How you doing?
I'm doing alright. Haven't talked to Jessica yet, but haven't heard a ton.
Yeah.
I've heard both that Brody's going up and that he's not. So I don't know what the deal with that is.
Yeah. I'm
not currently worried about Brody.
Yeah.
He's scrambling.
Yeah.
And he's coming to me.
There you go.
So, I'm not worried about him because he's backed himself into a corner.
Yeah.
He has put a huge target on himself, and so he can be used as a shield. He's a strong player, so it's difficult to want to carry him too far.
Yeah.
But as of right now, he's got nothing but enemies.
Yeah.
And debts, so.
Yeah, that's true.
He is actively looking for friends.
Yeah.
So if he comes to you, like,
Something
I told him it's because, like, I like you.
Yeah.
In that challenge, I only got to use my votes once, but I went to you to sort of say, like, I do mean it, that we have talked, and I'm truly intending to work with you.
I appreciate that. And I like, everything we said last night is still true. Like, I want to work with you. I haven't heard your name at all.
Yeah.
So I think you're good this round. So our seed hunt, we had to pick a target, and if they get out, then we get 2 points.
Okay.
So I'm trying to tell Brody that I did put him for good sense. He is not my target, but realistically, he is the house target. So I need to clarify that with him.
Okay.
But I'm still willing to work with him. I just also think there's a good chance that he will at least be on the block.
Yeah, I think his days are probably numbered, but to me, like, at this moment,
but
there are
as soon
threats.
as he goes, then, like, the targets on our back start to glow a little bit brighter.
That's the thing. I do think there are honestly right now bigger threats than him.
Yeah.
Because he has nothing right now. Other people have very strong relationships right now.
Yeah. Who do you think?
So I'm seeing some of the girls come together.
Yeah.
And for some reason I'm never included in that conversation.
Mm-hmm.
I'm always like the last of the girls. I never make it into that part of the game for some reason.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's just never been something that works in my favor.
Okay.
Like, I am half the time included in the girl conversations.
Yeah.
So, that's not great news for me, even though in theory, like...
Right. Well, everything I hear, at least for this round, is that it's probably going to be boy heavy on the noms.
On the noms. And I definitely think that's where it's going.
And you'll win the next challenge, so, you know.
So I don't know.
No, I hear what you're saying.
And then the other kind of faction I'm seeing would be like Thomas and Shakira are acquiring a lot of power, and I don't know who all is involved.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if like I have a window into that or if it's a threat to me.
Yeah.
And so like just noticing groups forming and seeing like...
Well, and I'm trying to perceive like what is an actual group, and I know you are too, versus like who from the outside kind of like talks more just because it's natural. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
like,
no, I feel
like Lily and I, for example, like have not made any kind of game agreement, but I find myself like talking to her a lot just because like of our
No, I definitely saw people like point at me and Patrick yesterday, and I'm like, we're just old friends.
Right.
We know each other, so we're just talking half the time.
Yeah.
And we just like, I'm often gonna gravitate to the person in the room I just know the best and am most comfortable with.
Yeah.
And like, that's just him in this room a lot of the time. Him and Brody I've known far longer than anyone else here.
Yeah.
And so it's just like, and it doesn't mean it's a game thing.
Yeah.
It just means we're like, we just know each other. So
yeah.
I get that of trying to scope out like what is for real and what is not.
Yeah.
But then there's some pairings of like,
that's definitely happening.
Yeah, but like I saw Christian and Lily talking outside for like 15 minutes, and I'm like, that's not...
Something's going on here. Yeah,
like, it's not neutral.
Yeah.
Those two people aren't just hanging out, you know?
Yeah.
So...
Okay.
What are you thinking? Who are you feeling good about?
I feel good right now. I mean, kind of like, I don't know. I feel pretty good about almost everyone, but anxiously so.
Yeah.
I think it was I feel good with Christian, which I can't believe I'm saying, but, you know, he told me that you helped him with the uproot, and I was, like, next in line to also help, and would have, truly, because I think it was too early for him to go.
Yeah.
I feel good I've talked to Thomas, I really haven't talked to Shakira a ton, I feel good with Ross, from we touch base every now and then. who else is playing this game? Brady is like really trying to work the room and try to get us. I think being on the block so early really scared him. So I'm trying to like. Right now I am just I'm pruning and trying to keep everyone's kind of like at a good playing level.
I did hear Shane is very interested in you.
Oh, and then Shane and I have talked a lot.
Okay, great.
Well, not a lot, but like when we do, it's like, hey, it's all good and good faith.
He told me he likes you and Dylan a lot.
Yeah.
And
we were paired together, and Dylan's such a. I watched Dylan. I haven't seen. Hey.
Are we filming?
Oh hey sister. We did that first challenge together last night, and that was a good trio. Yeah. I think Dylan's an excellent player. I think to have him on your side is good. I've heard that he's already spitting out some rumors and lies and dispels about specifically about the Brody fly trap.
Well, okay, so here's my side of that.
Yeah.
That I've been feeling fine with Dylan. We've had great conversations. He approached me early on and was like, I would love to work with you.
Yeah.
I was like, great. And then what I hear is that when he was trying to figure out Brody's fly trap plan, his theory was that Brody would go for a non-all-star.
Yeah.
And that list was Brady, Jess, Lily, and me.
Right. So I heard that, and I said, there's no way Brody, literally I said, there's no way Brody called Meredith a non-all-star. Like, no.
Or Lily.
Or any of them, but like.
I think Jess and Brady didn't get a true shot at the game.
Sure.
So, I don't think that makes them non-all-stars.
Right.
I think they have less than good.
But I was...
Into the living room, please.
Okay. So I know it
I
called that BS on Brody. Like, Brody didn't say that, came from Dylan.
That came from Dylan.
Yeah.
And I did hear it that way. That was Dylan's theory about Brody. There was no chance Brody was fly trapping me or saying that about me.
No, I
Hands
agree.
down, no. Brody and I get along just fine.
Alright, let's see what happens.
Post third grade, I did get in like a fist fight with him in third grade or
I
something.
was saying my conversation with Jessica went kind of like my conversation with Maddie. I don't know where her head is.
Yeah, she didn't. All she pretty much told me was that she wasn't gonna nominate Brody, which was kind of surprising because that seemed like it just wasn't gonna happen.
I talked to her earlier and she said she doesn't necessarily feel like she needs to go for like any big target.
That's what she said.
And he's like the only person who could be like, genuinely classified as that.
So I don't know where her head is because she didn't say a name outside of that to like at all.
Great.
See if I can talk to her.
Upstairs.
Chatted with her. I feel like naturally whenever you're in that position, everyone's coming in one after another. You know what I mean? So you have to be real careful about what you say. So it's really hard to get real information out of whoever's in the sunflower position.
Yeah.
Because they're talking to like all 15 people right in a row. You know what I mean?
It's good to get that.
They're just trying to gather. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know. I really would love to avoid what happened last night where there was just never any kind of, you know what I mean? Especially in these early rounds, it's so much easier if we can be mostly on the same page.
Yeah.
Only because it's better for everyone. You know what I mean? It diffuses responsibility.
Unfortunately, there's so many of us that have our own pre-game kind of feelings about people.
Yeah.
And everyone here has at least one other person that doesn't want them to go this round. At least.
And there's like a better understanding of like dynamics with like our group in particular, because like we've all played before, so we have put that.
Don't hurt the laugh.
So yeah, it's just kind of like a little bit more significant. But I know Jess and I think Gabrielle was also kind of worried about it being a big target, and I was like, I don't think you have to worry about that.
I don't think the target is up in the greenhouse, but I mean, obviously, whoever you individually nominate in the future won't be happy about it.
Yeah.
I mean, sure, you know.
Yeah.
Sure, you know. I'm surprised that she doesn't want to do Brody only because I feel like he may not take it personally if he already thinks that like he has to do one. You know what I mean? Like
On
I
the
don't
flip
know.
side, she might be trying to force Gabriella's hand in a sense.
Oh,
To
yeah.
nominate because Gabriella doesn't get a seat.
Yeah.
So that's a part of it too.
Alright, I need to talk to Christian.
So, Randy, here's what the only people I've talked to this round is Lily, Meredith, and Brady. I feel good with them, and I wanted to let you know I feel great with you.
Yeah,
like,
I do too.
I legit.
And I have not heard your name at all.
No, I'm not worried about this round.
Yeah.
I feel like we're good. I just wanted to make sure I told you how I feel because I feel completely safe with you.
Great.
You helped me last night. you gave me intel when I needed it.
Yeah.
Like, you told me who to talk to. You told me when I was in trouble.
Yeah.
And then you comforted me when I was going for the uproot. I was like, okay,
Yeah.
I got Brandon.
Yeah.
And I really, like, I super appreciate that.
Yeah.
And I told Lily, I was like, I love Brandon, I love Abrielle, I love you, and I love Meredith and Brady. I haven't talked to him because I was nommed, and we both nommed, but heating up a little bit on Brady.
Yeah.
So
he's great.
I want to let
How's
you
Meredith
know.
doing? I haven't talked to her yet today.
She's
I'm
good.
trying to pull her.
You know, Meredith doesn't really reach out to talk to people,
Mhm.
but she supported me last night so much.
Yeah.
And I really appreciate
Did she help
that.
you with seeds?
She did.
Yeah.
I told
I saw it.
Well,
So I was like,
no, I'm not
Yeah.
gonna lie to you.
you know,
I trust you completely.
Yeah.
It was Abrielle and Meredith. I think
Oh,
I told you.
really?
I think I told you that.
No, you didn't tell me that.
Oh. Well, I was going balls to the wall last
Yeah.
night.
Yeah.
No, it was Meredith and Abrielle, and then the
Iconic.
next person I was gonna go to. Actually, they're the first two people I talked to,
Yeah.
and they gave me seeds.
Yeah.
And I was like, great. But the next
I'm
person,
obsessed with Abrielle.
the next person I talked to was gonna be you.
Yeah. Well, and I had told you if you needed it, I would give it to you.
Yeah. And I really appreciate you.
Yeah.
And I'll let you know anything I hear ever.
Okay. Yeah.
That Shane shit, that bullshit that he was gonna put either me or you up last second.
Yeah. I'm still perplexed by that.
Well, let me tell you what happened.
Okay.
Here, I've connected dots, and Shane and I are on the same team.
Okay.
Here's what he said. So, flashback to last night, middle of the conversation, I talked to him late. We
Mhm.
both talked to him late. And
Yeah.
you were staying in the living room right outside that door. I was having a one-on-one with him, and he said, I'm probably going to be putting you or Brandon up. And I go, well, why is that? And I was like, trying to like feel it out, and I was like, well, look, dude, because it was like kind of writing on the wall, he was decided between me or you.
Sure.
And I was like, look, if you got to put me up, then no hard feelings. And I think that sold him on me. And I was kind of glad because it meant you weren't going up, but also I'm going up.
Yeah.
Um,
It's just, I found it weird because I think I talked to him right after you, and like he's only said like, yeah, I'm putting Christian up.
Well, yeah,
no,
he
no,
was
no.
so- he was so
didn't even
excited.
tell me, right?
He was so
Or
excited.
I legit don't remember.
no,
This isn't a
I
joke.
think you told me that he didn't tell you anything.
He definitely didn't tell me. Yeah, no, that's it. Because I like was chatting with him, and he was like, "Meh, meh, meh," and then you said, "I'm going up," and I said, "I literally
Yeah.
just talked to him," and then you're like, "Yeah, it was between me and you."
Well, like the thing
Like,
is,
well, this motherfucker's just telling me that I'm fine.
and listen to this shit. So Shane wanted to talk to me because he put me up last night, and I said, hey, look, moving forward, I would love to work with you.
Yeah,
Basically, just to not burn bridges if I'm on a block, right?
of course.
I do. It sucks that you put me up. I still think about it, but this is what he told me. He told me that Brody went on a power trip and told him basically don't put up anyone from season 2 or 4, because he said he wanted to fly trap someone from 4. Brody's from 2,
Mm-hmm.
so Shane's hands were tied. He didn't want to put up anyone from season
From 3.
3 because he's from there. So he said, "Oh, it's between me, you,
Yeah.
and Meredith."
Yeah. Yeah.
And that connects the dots.
That
there.
does.
That
No,
gets
that makes
that
sense.
gets us to the me and you.
God, how does Brody always end up with so much power from round 1? So, are you working with Brody at all, or like?
Now
I haven't talked to him.
Yeah.
And the second he gets power again, it's gonna be dangerous. So I'm gonna try and chat with him soon.
I'll tell you this. I had a convo with him, and he was like, "Look, big threats gotta stay with big threats." And you were mentioning a lot last night, Christian. I was like, "Okay, yeah." I was basically agreeing.
Yeah.
Like, that's the only thing I have with Brody.
Oh, we did too. I mean, we talked about like let's get through the night, and like he
Yeah.
was like, "You're not going home," and I think it does make sense for us to stick together this early.
Yeah.
Because of the big threat situation.
Yeah.
I just, somewhere it's going to turn as it always does. So I know he's being talked about as one of the nominees, but
Yeah.
there are 2 other ones. And the only other name I hear occasionally is maybe Patrick.
I've heard. Where did I hear Patrick's name from? Patrick's name's from. Somebody just talked to you.
I don't remember. Or like, because they were thinking that Patrick would
Lily.
have more seeds.
Lily.
Yeah.
Lily
it was
doesn't-
like nominating someone with seeds to drain the seeds.
Lily doesn't like Patrick.
Oh, well,
And
there you go.
I
And that's what this game is about. Who Lily likes.
I don't like Dylan. Dylan's giving me sketchy vibes.
That's just how he
I'll
plays. I'm
trust-
obsessed with him.
I'll trust you with that. I'll trust you completely.
I mean, I haven't talked to him. I don't know why I'm like
Yeah.
so pro Dylan right now. I haven't talked to him today. So, oh yes, I did. Did I? I need another cup of coffee.
well,
We did talk, and he said Yeah, not much intel. We didn't know, like, hadn't talked to anyone, either of the two girls yet, so there wasn't any.
Do you know who was saying my name last night?
When?
When my name started getting brought up, right before I uprooted. Do you know who was?
Oh, who was it?
I know it
It was kind of groupthink. Well, because in the moment it was like, it was, I don't remember because I think by the time I arrived at the conversation, it was like already, basically what it turned into was not Brady. So then it became Christian or Gavin. And the whole thing was Brody's season 4 person needing to go. So the people that were afraid that they were going to get fly trapped were starting to push in your direction. The people that were, well, I think truly everybody. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I'm trying to remember. Like, by the time I got there, because all night I was like, so Gavin. So we just do Gavin.
I didn't feel
and then I
from
came
you,
into
Lily, Abrielle, or
No.
Meredith. I didn't feel
No,
from you.
it certainly there's not any of them. So then I walk up and they're like, yeah, I was thinking about Christian. I'm like, why? If you're gonna do that, well then just get Dylan out. And you know, so I don't know. I was glad that you got the uproot because whatever. So yeah.
Listen, I trust you completely.
Yeah.
Do you feel safe this round?
I mean, as safe as you can feel.
Yeah.
I do. I trust the other two. So is it time for me to do my thing? Coffee.
Yes.
Just black coffee. Yeah, black like the night. Or my soul. So I think, yeah, I feel good with them, with those two.
Yeah.
So, and I when I talked to them, they did not say your name.
Yes. Okay.
So yeah, but
I feel great with
Abrielle
Abrielle and Jessica. I'm good with.
Yeah, she's fine.
Yeah. Okay.
Cool.
Let me know if you need anything.
Go Tiger.
I have so been planting to see the girls and the gays. I've heard it from other people too, and I don't know if that's because I told other people that or not. People are buying into it, and I'm like, that buys us like a bunch more rounds, even if they end up in power. I'm like, whatever. At least all of us are like, I want a group to form.
Yeah.
But it's hard because you don't want to force it.
Yeah.
And then everyone's like, oh, yikes. That being said, Brody's absolutely a nominee.
Of course.
And I don't know who you've talked to or yet.
Well,
but
it doesn't, like, it almost doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Kind of the writing's on the wall.
he's going.
I mean, do I think he's going to fight like hell to get off of the block? Yes. And do I think he'll probably get it? Yes. So.
I just wonder. Jessica told me when I was talking to her about it. She was like, I don't know because I feel like Brody has 7 seats. I said, girl, I can promise you he doesn't have 7 seats.
I told her he had 7. He clearly used 5, so he at
Right.
least has 2. But my thing was he at one point had 7 in round 1
Okay.
when the rest of us had 0.
So she must have tuned out at the.
maybe. So it was like what I was trying to say is Brody has friends.
That's true.
So he's, when he bids on uproot, nobody be surprised.
Mhm.
So it's like put somebody else up on the block that also has a lot of seats,
Mhm.
drain their seats.
That's what
and
Lily
then
was saying.
let fate take. Yes.
Which,
yes.
that being said, I do want to give you this information. We've already, multiple people have already touched base that Dylan is planting fake information. Like, he went and said that Brody was going to fly trap the 4 people who he didn't consider all-stars. And Dylan said, that is Brady, that is Lily, that is Meredith, that is Jessica. And
That's false.
And that already got spread around that he lied, and those are names he is throwing out, trying to keep heat off him. But I wanted to just share that with you,
Okay.
so if that,
Yeah, that's.
I just, the more optics, the better, especially to start, you know what I mean?
That's a lie.
Yeah.
Brody would not
I
say
feel
that.
it fully. And Christian told me, Meredith told me, Lily told me, I just am like, girl. He did not.
Girl.
Brody did not say that.
No.
We're fine. We're
Absolutely
fine.
not.
But yeah, I just wanted to touch base
Yeah.
and share info.
I haven't heard your name, so.
I haven't heard yours.
Now, the other thing is, I've only heard Brody, and there are 2 more people, so I guess we'll see.
I think Dylan is possible now.
Oh, and maybe Patrick.
I've heard that too.
So,
I've heard that too.
We'll see.
I'm fine with that.
If it doesn't start with BR.
We're good. Yeah, exactly.
We're good.
We're good.
Okay.
Hi, how are you feeling? I'm starting to realize that powers aside, I haven't had many meaningful conversations because last night I was immune and my boat was blocked, so no one wanted to kiki with me and give me a lot of intel unless I was literally sitting and planting myself. And now people are only talking to me to say like I would take a bank vote if you want to give it to me, and so
Yeah.
like
I felt the
powers-
same way.
powers aside, I'm like I don't know who likes me, I don't know who doesn't like me, I don't know how to feel about me.
That's exactly what I was feeling this morning because, like, I told people, like, write me a little if you want to, and then I think that would just, like, put me out of everyone's mind. And especially towards the end of the night, I was just out of it.
Yeah.
Like, I wasn't in the big group of people upstairs. I was fucking tired.
Yeah.
And even still, with this, like, there's some people who haven't come to
Yeah.
talk to me at all.
I wanted to ask if you had any ideas.
And
And I won't tell you. I won't tell.
No, you're fine. I did just tell Patrick, like, Patrick, you're one of the people that I think I managed to speak to everyone, like, even if not one-on-one, like, I talked to them in a group more than once. Patrick's one of those people that, like, I have barely seen at all. So I told him, like, I'm not going to tell you I'm not putting you up, but you could go up, but I don't know yet. It just depends on who talks to me and when. But I did feel that same way last night, which is why I picked you and Jessica for my group, because I was like, I need to talk to Claire.
Yeah.
Because I want us to work together and like but last night was like a shit show of 18 people. So
how do you feel about Jessica?
I think Jessica's probably gonna put up Brody just because it's easy, and then I don't know anyone else. But
I think Jessica is truthful about being loyal to us, but I think Jessica also is not against causing chaos, and so
I
it
think
just
so, too.
worries me about like forming anything official.
like super official with her. Like for this round, cool. But Jessica's one of the people that I think was in the same boat. Where like I just saw Jessica like wandering by her, like or just like sitting around by herself. So I was like, I want to be in on that to make sure that it's not us. So I don't know what she's thinking. I feel like Brody's an easy one that she could do, and then the other one, truly don't know. I'm gonna have to talk to her. The people that I really haven't seen that much are like Patrick, Dylan.
Just squeezing through real quick. Sorry.
But I think,
Well, we agreed on the carport.
yeah, I'm not going after Ava. Like, and I'm kind of in a similar boat with Ava, where like we haven't seen each other as much, but that doesn't mean I want to go after her. Or like, like that means like I still want us to work together. Like I still want us to be able to chit chat. So I'm kind of like, I really need Patrick, but really also apparently I've seen Dylan. I really would like to continue to work with you though. Yeah. Yes, absolutely. Are you so like from? Is it gonna hurt your game if like Patrick goes up? Because I don't think anyone's thinking about Patrick.
The only aspect that it would hurt my game is he and I were in the same seed hunt last night, and we agreed, me, him, and Maddie, who is not with us anymore, that we would use that seed together. He won it, so he has it. So he has a seed that, like, if he's true to his word, that he has to, like, run by me. But but I don't see that being detrimental if he goes home.
Okay. And I feel like that's because, like, I feel like we definitely faded into the background last night, which I'm not mad about. But it could be better.
Yeah.
And I don't want to shift from background character to over the top too fast. I want to just be a little bit in the middle.
I don't think it would cause any significant leaps.
And I feel like Patrick is kind of just like out and about. And I don't think it would upset me.
Well, and especially since you had an honest conversation.
Yeah, and like I'm gonna tell him.
I do plan on talking to nominees after nominations are made and saying like, just taking into account anyone they want voting. Not promising them, but like just taking that into account whenever I'm banking votes or blocking votes. Like I'm gonna talk to nominees and be like, is there anyone that you want voting for you,
or anyone that like you don't want blocked? Okay.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, that won't be me promising, but I want to take it into account.
Yeah, and I was talking to Patrick, and I was like, it's not me putting you up because I want you up.
Yeah.
Like, we could still work together. Like, I'm not gunning for you. I don't really have a true target right now. It's just that we haven't really talked. And it's day 2, round 2 in the 6 hours of last night. I didn't really see you. So, which is pretty much how I feel, but also, like, I am keeping my eye on Patrick.
Yeah.
I did my homework. I know. I'm watching. I think it is good that we're in kind of a background position right now. Even though we're in the greenhouse. Like we are literally how does this happen? We're still in the background position. Like there are people who have not talked to me or Jessica. Like, and I'm like, what are you guys doing? What are you playing?
I'm also like making it clear that I didn't really want to be in the greenhouse personally.
Yeah.
Because I know people are going to see that this is my second time in the greenhouse and it's round 2, and I'm kind of putting it out there before people can talk about it behind my back,
Fair,
saying like, yeah, it's my second time, but like I have 5 people that can attest to the fact that I said I didn't want to be in there.
Mm-hmm.
So I will let people keep talking to you, but I wanted to touch base with you.
Yeah.
We would.
We're go meet it. Come do a home.
We can have some fun.
Okay. Because I was so excited to play with you.
Okay, I do want to talk to Jessica, but I'm sure there's a line.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna wait and talk to Jessica last.
Can you pull me in for that conversation?
Yes, because we did say we would.
Yeah.
We would.
I just don't want to miss that.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
can you just make sure I'm there?
Yeah, I'll make sure to find you.
He won't go back Brody necessarily. Does he go? I think he can be bought. I think he put himself in a bad situation.
Yes.
Where he's made enemies and he has not made friends.
Mm-hmm.
He has done nothing for his game at this point.
Mm-hmm.
And you can't keep him too long,
Yes.
but you can keep him as a shield, as a free vote, while he is actively looking for somewhere to hide.
Yes. And I feel like after our conversation, like I told him, I'm just gonna repeat it. Like, you have to earn my trust back.
Yes.
And I'm willing to follow you on this one. If we can. So, I need to go in there.
Yeah. If a plan can be made,
Absolutely.
I think it's worth roping him in and seeing where he's at.
After knowledge.
Yeah.
You're the man of the hour.
That's
I know,
what I've heard. I don't.
hate this Queen of the Hill shit.
Okay, so I think everyone's saying me, and I think you know everyone's saying me.
And let me tell you that I think it's obvious, and I hate playing into obvious. So for me, you're not like.
I don't
wouldn't
think
put
it's
you on
the. Oh, I don't think it's the right move. And because here's the
Yes.
thing.
I agree.
The reason people are telling you me
Yes.
is because
it's obvious.
they want to get me out without the blood on their hands.
Yeah.
They want to be able to do it and say, I was not me.
Hey, I'm sorry. Taylor's about to kind of call it, and I still
Okay.
haven't talked to you. How much more time do you all need?
We
We'll
just
need a
got it,
couple
but like
more. Yeah.
Okay.
5 minutes?
I
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
wondering.
You.
It does not make. If you do it and look, do what you want.
No, I agree with you.
But what's gonna happen is, and I don't know who's coming after me directly. I have some
Mhm.
ideas, but everyone can just say my name right now, and it's
Yeah.
safe. You know.
Yeah.
And so, as soon as you do that,
Mhm.
they vote me out, and they don't have to deal with it.
Mhm.
I'm not coming after you.
I'm not.
There's
Yeah.
a reason I didn't fly drive you last night. I have no reason to come after you.
Yeah.
We are the only season that has not been grouped at all,
Mhm.
and I think we need to use that to our advantage.
Mhm.
Because there is this narrative of seasons going on,
Yeah.
and as much as I kind of wanted to break it up last night,
Yeah.
I really don't.
Yeah.
Because we're the one safe season.
Uh-huh.
So, what are you thinking then? Like, what do you actually want?
I think putting you on the block is the absolute obvious move, and I hate that. Like, for me,
Mhm.
I don't want you to be one of my nominees.
Okay.
And that's what it is. So, and what I've been doing, and that's why I don't like this Queen of the Hill stuff, is because, like, my nominees would really go off of the momentum of who's scrambling down there. I want to know that momentum. So, like, that's what I really want to feel. Like, of course, everybody's coming up and, like, wanting them to be safe, but it's kind of like, I want to know who's not the obvious, you know?
Yeah.
Because they say you, but one thing I know is that you don't put a pin on someone that can get out of it. Does that make sense?
No, for sure. So,
And that's where I'm at, is that I think that you can definitely maneuver around it, and I'm
we'll
not,
see. I don't know.
it's
I
just
would
that,
prefer not.
yeah.
Because here's the thing. Gabrielle told me she's not putting me up.
Mhm.
If you make her and then she exposes her hand, that's just one more person for me to have a vendetta against. That's
Mhm.
not you.
Mhm.
And then it also makes other people expose their cards.
Mhm.
So right now
That's
they're
what I
saying
think.
me because they can hold their cards to their chest
Yeah.
and they cannot expose who they want to work with.
Yeah.
So who are you? Do you want to make a splashy move or do you want to make a easy move?
Mhm.
And that's your choice.
Yeah.
If you want to make the splashy move, it's not me.
I don't think I want to make a splashy move, but I also don't think that there's an easy move throughout this.
Well, the easy move's me, but I don't think it's the right move.
That's what I think as well. That's what I'm saying. Is that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So then, let me Uno reverse. Who do you think would, like, should be up there? Who?
Shakira has not looked at me or talked to me once today. She will not look at me. I think she was closer with Maddie than I thought. I have not gotten good vibes from her today, so that is the one person I have not talked too much who's like kind of against me, or at least I feel that way.
Yeah.
So that would be one person I think, and who are you close with, if you don't mind me asking? Because I think there's about to be a person that's going to try to run this game and will succeed.
Right. I am personally close with the Greenhouse girls because we're in this together, right? And honestly, like, I like Shakira.
That's fine,
But
and
it's
I'm not
at the
saying you
same-
have to put her up.
No, at the same time, it's that, right, like, I have no idea.
I think she's really close to a lot of people.
Yeah.
And as soon as she is gone, the game opens up.
Yeah.
And it allows you, because I don't think anyone, look, maybe I'm wrong here, I have not heard from anyone that they want to work with you long term. And I think they're saying, let's keep Jessica around and then add jury. And I don't think that's the right move. And so I think as long as someone like that who has inroads with everyone's in, it doesn't allow you to get in that inroad, you know?
Yeah.
So, I don't know, do with that what you want.
Yeah. I hear in the long run, I think that's, like, I think maybe that's not, like, this round, but I completely hear you.
Yeah.
I think we need...
So what are you thinking for this round then?
Boo, well then I'm scrambled because everybody's like Avi is you, and I
Yeah.
hate that idea, as
Then
you
don't do
can
it.
tell. I know, so that's what I mean is that like after that...
Brady's an easy option.
But Brady was outside with the 7 of us that were left. I don't know if you saw how
But he
this
had to be.
And
It wasn't
I
because he
know.
wanted to work with you, it's because he
I know.
couldn't not work with
I know, but that's how the cookie crumbles. Is that
Right.
like, yeah? It's just as in like this round, I feel that I have to like just see that out this round, just because that's how we got
That's
here.
fair.
Okay.
Yeah,
No.
no, you can
Okay.
Yeah.
I hear you.
Okay, good.
So
Where is Aubrielle?
Hi, it's Taylor.
Yeah.
How much more time do you
Shane does need to talk with her. He hasn't talked
Yeah,
to
no,
her.
that's
Yeah,
fine.
and-
But how much more time?
I want like 5 minutes up here, and I want to come down.
We need to talk about
Yeah.
Aubrielle too.
So we need like 5 minutes up here, and then greenhouse real quick.
Totally fine. Okay.
Holler, holler.
Where do you want us to meet you up here?
This is a free space, like if
Yeah.
so if you want to.
I think that'd probably be the best.
Okay.
How you doing, girl?
So bad.
Really?
Well, yes.
Oh, why?
Because, well, first I'm gagged because this is iconic, as in like ironic and iconic.
Oh, gotcha.
That, like, you know, but what's going on is that, like, we'll cut right to the chase, is that there are obvious people to nominate, and I
Yes.
hate playing into other people's game. As in, like, I think that whoever we put up, like, people will scramble, retaliate, and they're gonna flip it on us. So,
Yeah, like you can't let other people direct your game, you have to do it.
right.
That being said, cut to the chase. Am I on the block right now?
Not on my block.
Okay, because I was like, after I defended you all
No,
round. That's why I was like,
no.
I feel like we're good, and everyone's like, you don't have to go talk to her because you were pretty like
I was
vocal
keen,
about it.
Yeah, and I was keen with
And I was like,
Shakira,
I need to
and
go talk to her.
I think like I love you, Shakira. Like, of course, like my greenhouse girls.
Right.
I love like Brandon Thomas. You know, like that like little group. You
Mhm.
know, and so like no, you are not on my.
Okay, now
So
we can
for
go to the
sure.
next
So
stage
then-
of the combo.
Yeah. So
Okay.
for sure, I know. I hate that we have to be quick because like I really like you and I really want to get to know you and I know that you love like you want conversation.
That's
and,
yeah.
And I want that
that's
too.
how I feel. Like even this
Yeah.
morning at the cafe. I was
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
So, if you're not looking to like, what are you looking to do?
That's where like I am going to the greenhouse girls and I'm gonna shit my pants. I'm gonna be like I don't fucking know because everybody wants to put Brody, but I really think like he's gonna go for Uproot, and
Do you think
whether
it's
or not I
Because he
think
just spent them all.
so. Well, it's that I don't know who he's working with, and
Right.
if the greenhouse wants to like if they want to, because like I said like I don't want to nominate him. One, because I'll give him a seat.
Right.
2, because like I said, like I think he'll get out. Mm-hmm. Like as in like he'll find a way. Like that's the kind of person, like that's the kind of player he is. Like is to flip the script. Like and he won't take it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna give it to him, and I'm not gonna put that target like on our backs. Like as in like I don't want to do that.
Because we also have to think long term too.
Right.
Like it's not just this round, which was the problem I had last round.
Right.
So I don't know what we do. I mean, it's gonna come down to the conversation y'all have with them.
I know, but that's what it is I want to know the feel, because I've been saying since the beginning is like I hate being up here doing this confessional, and that's kind of like what people want, is like they want to make sure they're safe and stuff, but it's that I was really banking, I knew that I didn't want to do the obvious, so then I had to bank on whatever momentum's going down there, and I haven't been a part of it, so that's kind of what I would love to do right now, is like what is your feel? Like what are people thinking? Like if you've heard something that's substantial.
The only thing that I heard is that people were kind of upset about last night, but I think now that you're saying it, it does make sense that he would get a seed, and he's kind of low right now, like he's kind of defenseless.
Well, I have one seed, like a single seed, and with this, like I definitely wanted to do a seed count, but also I know that Ava's, like people are going around taking like personal tallies, and
Well, that's
seeds,
always scary.
But I think it is very scary.
It's always scary.
But you know what's shady TT is that like the people taking their own seed count is all from people's mouths. It's not like buying seed count, because this would be definite. So all of that is rumors, like juicy rumors to
But
like.
I don't know if you want to use your seeds are king right now. If you do the seed count, because next round you may not be in the greenhouse.
You're right.
We always have to plan for.
I might eat that seed. Yeah.
And you said it was me, you, Shakira, and who else?
I like
and your greenhouse girls.
Shakira, greenhouse girls, and I like Thomas and Brandon.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Love it too. Oh my gosh, Brandon.
Yeah, I know. I haven't even like I've talked to him more than
how does he
his
do it?
Crew. I know, and I was like, I don't know if you know this, but I'm like infatuated with you.
Yeah,
I'm sorry to tell you.
I've talked to him maybe like 20 minutes, and I'm like, and you're a winner. What is going on with my brain?
Yes,
I love you.
yes. I can't fight it anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what it is that like I know for sure. In my mind, those people are safe as safe.
Well, how about this? Since you still have to talk to them, how about you talk to them and just circle back with me, and I'll just vote however y'all want.
That works.
Because if you need to talk to them to get the target, you don't know the target yet.
I need my phone.
Sounds
I'm
good.
saying wrap up.
But yeah, does that sound like a good idea?
Yeah.
I can set them up.
The greenhouse girls are coming to you. They're coming up to you, and that I think is the last they're trying to do.
Okay, well while you're waiting, I just wanted to
I'll send the greenhouse girl up.
tap in.
Thank you.
Yeah, when they get here. Okay.
I hear you, Shane. The inevitable.
Are you feeling more or less confident about the decision?
Less.
No! Well, I was talking to someone and they were like, she really has to field an audience with 15 people, back to back to back to back, and then pick somebody. Like, that's gotta be.
And that's why I hate this. I would love to do it in groups, is because, and whenever you have Sunflower, it's like everybody's like, yes, girl, my ass is clean as it's ever been. Just joking, okay? I brought my own wipes. Okay.
I'm dead.
So.
I'm dead.
But for real though, like, yeah, everybody's taking away.
I did hear, so I wanted to know if this was true that you were planning on not nominating Brody.
That is how, yeah, and I hope that's going down there, because what's going on is that with the greenhouse, I'm gonna talk to the greenhouse girls, and honestly though, I'm scared it's gonna be inevitable that one of us is going to nominate him, because.
But like someone else can do that. Like he's already a target, like
I
that
know.
for everyone.
Right.
So like, why does it have to be you? You know?
Yeah, because for me, like, and what I've been saying since the beginning, and I've told you, like when we were outside, is that I don't want to play into the obvious.
Yes.
I know he's gonna squirm, and I don't want to, make him squirm, because that's gonna even make him more mad than me putting him up there alone.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of like, but that's what I mean, is that like how I'm less confident, is that everybody has come up here, everybody has, said their kind words, and it's kind of like, everybody is like, Brody. But it's kind of like, that's the one person I didn't want to, because I'm playing into a game.
And I talked to him before I heard that you were going to nominate him, and he thought he was going to get nominated. And I said, well, I feel like I have a good relationship with you, and I basically confirmed that like he would never go after you. So like if you do him the solid of not nominating him, even if Abrielle does nominate him, like you would be like he's not against you. He's against other
Yeah.
people that are pushing this narrative more.
Yes.
Which is good for us because
Yes.
we can kind of just like play it safe and
Yes.
just wait.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
think that's good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Especially because I don't think I've ever been to some. I think I was once, but that week I was just trying to get it done as fast as possible.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
'Cause it's a lot.
I know. I was like, it's ironic that I have this, and you know.
And no one can take it away from you.
Yeah. So we'll see.
But
But for right now I'm chill as a pickle. So.
How are you leaning towards voting? Because I know historically those were people probably like they mean all the same to you. Tell me if I'm like off.
I'm not super close with Patrick outside of the game.
Okay.
But I can be talked into any of them. Like I said, I really don't have anyone that has come to me and asked me to be super loyal to them. So like, but I do feel good about you two. And so like, I can be talked. I can be talked into Patrick if that's
I
what you want to
know you want Patrick to go, but think about the two people that are nominating. We like them and we want to work with them. If Brody stays in this game, he will come for them.
No.
You don't think so?
Brody is not coming after Jessica and Abrielle.
I feel like he goes after people who come for him. That's why he went after Maddie.
No.
You don't think so?
The people he wanted to go for never went for him. Maddie was his backup plan, and it's just because he could explain it.
But he couldn't. No one believed
Because
anything
he could
he
explain
said.
it. Like
Yes.
he didn't have anything
No.
to say about anyone else.
This is my thought. We are the second Brody is out of the game, we are the next
Big.
We are going to be targeted. That's point one. Point two, Christian in no picture wins this game. If you go to the end with Christian, you win against him.
Every time.
Every single time. The only game he won is because he won a fucking chess game, okay?
There was no votes, yeah.
I think Patrick is least connected to people, so it's not like waves are being made.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that he has the ability to slight me for sure, and possibly you too.
Yeah. I just don't know. I mean, we really don't have a whole lot of time. Well, we'll have time after noms.
Yeah.
I don't know if we'll be able to convince people that Patrick should be the target over Brody. Because, like you said, he's not really, he doesn't really have a far reach. He's not shaking any tables or making any moves.
I don't think it can be unanimous, but I think it can happen.
It's still how many people voting? I don't know how many people voting.
Okay, so there's
So
16 of
16
us.
left, minus
minus
2, minus 4, 2 more.
No,
Plus,
minus
it's
3
minus
who are on the
6
block.
total.
2 flowers, 2 banked
true.
votes, 3 noms.
3
So
noms.
there-
So
that's
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
I think 9 people vote. 10 if a uproot is used.
So if we agree on Patrick,
We
what
just need
other,
2 other people.
Who else would agree with that?
Dylan.
He would, because we did have that conversation.
And Brady. They were just saying start wrapping up combos. That being said, I want to share who I think the 3 are. I have tried to spread this round. It sounds like it might be Brody, Dylan, and Patrick. Yeah.
That's
Which
really
I also want to share with you. I was told that a lie was said as Brody was the person saying it, but Dylan lied about what Brody said. Dylan said last night with the fly trap, Brody wanted to get out people who are not deserving to be all-stars, and it was me, Meredith, Lily, and Jessica
never
named.
said that.
No,
And
he never
everyone that I've talked to and shared that, they're like, girl, he didn't say that.
No.
So that being said,
Dylan's a liar. Is what you're saying?
well, the information came to me, and first of all, am I a worthy all-star? Alt-star, yes.
Mhm.
Someone dropped, so I get to be here. But I just
Violet
wanted
Toshki famously was also an alternate.
Exactly, and I have the same waist size.
Yeah.
But I just want to share that with you guys.
What a crazy lie. I can't believe people
Girl,
literally
I
will just
know.
have horseshit come out of their mouth in this
Right.
country. How do y'all come up with these things?
And what I was saying is, you can't use the same tricks 2 seasons in a row, especially with an all-returning cast.
Correct.
You
Yeah.
can't. I love him. Like, personally,
Dylan?
Dylan, outside of this,
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Cool.
we are in a similar field, and we talk about that, like, whatever. But coming into here, I knew. I was like,
Yeah,
haven't met you yet, so I've
So
never.
you're more nervous about Dylan.
Not even.
But
The
Dylan's
other-
not gonna be
if
up,
we're
so
wrap-
that doesn't matter.
If we're wrapping up to get to noms, Jessica and Aubrielle said they wanted me in their like final touch base conversation, so I would,
go
like
run
to
up
go.
there. I would go run up there.
But we're all good.
Yeah.
Do you want to make your pitch?
Can I say something really quickly?
Yeah.
Claire is making up some fucking
100%.
shit.
100%.
Saying that people are going to her. She's just saying that to like get
Nobody
in with
is.
you. That is fucking. I can't think of one
Every
possible person that would ever
15
say
minutes
that.
she comes up to me and says that, and I'm like,
She told us, okay, two
What?
things. She told us, she goes, I'm only giving my blocked vote to people who will use it to help me later in the game. I said, oh, okay.
That's why I don't want her to block my
I said,
phone.
I will. You can block me. Thank you. Ow. I mean, I
I'll
don't
use
know.
that 20
I
minutes
would
later.
do it.
And then the other one, right? Wait, you would help her?
Yeah.
I think that
I mean, she's not first on my list to help, but
You're
if
too
push comes
loyal,
to
girl.
shove,
we gotta
if
get
push
that.
comes to
We gotta get
shove-
down in numbers, and I think that she is going to try and make us not trust each other so hard as it goes on. She's already lying. Dylan's already lying, and being messy about it. I don't think we need to get her yet.
No.
Not at all. Like
No.
5,
It's-
6 more people.
I'm simply because the probability that she continues to be in the greenhouse is somewhat high. So I'm just like whatever. I don't know. Like Claire is, I think, similar to me, like a pretty strong player, but people still like want to kind of work with them, or they're like distracted by other people that are louder.
I want to ask you too. How did you feel about the Ross fly trapping you? If you would have won it, do we care right now?
I
Or is that
already
later?
talked to Ross, so like I'm kind of moving on.
Okay.
I think that was a
It was
back in
because
the corner
of the
situation.
rumor
Okay, cool.
that you and
Started
I,
it,
yeah,
which fucking Shane.
almost
it
made
was
it
the
worse.
conversation of season 3
Shane almost
girls,
blew that
and so
up.
I didn't want to say, oh, a room of all 5 season 3 girls got together.
What I shared up there was I heard Shakira say it in a conversation that I was there. When confronted, Shakira was like, well, Shane wanted to apologize. And I have passed that message as Shane apologized and wanted to do it in front of you guys. Because I heard you mention that. So Christian came and told me. And he was like, I know you guys were all up there. And I was like, it's because Shane wanted
That's
to
what I keep telling
apologize in
people
front of the
too.
people who
Yeah.
played.
Yeah,
And I said, I
which
think...
is not a lie.
Which is
He
good.
did.
I said, I think that although we can look like a 5 that will stick together, we don't work together. Like, it's oil and water.
It's like we're all going toward the same goal, but we're not protecting each other.
I think we need
Right.
to
Is ultimately how I'm viewing it.
Right.
Out of the 3 people likely nominated, who are you looking toward?
I would just
targeting?
I would like to get Brody. I just want the problem detonated. I'm literally you guys with
I
me.
think that's too easy.
So then do we do Dylan? And
I
keep
say
Brody out?
Patrick. I want Patrick on.
Is Brody going to
I
get more
like
seats?
your reasoning, but I just don't think you can convince other people of that. That's the only thing.
We just had 3, 4 people. We would only need one more
Do you think
person.
Claire's gonna do what we want to do?
She's not
Claire's
voting.
not
Oh,
voting.
she is voting. She is
Claire's
voting.
not voting Brody out.
She could beat him to it, and that would be like badass. But like. So then after noms, we all need to just at least consensus.
Yeah.
I'm fine with any of them, to be honest, because I think our numbers are still here. We can figure it out. I think Brody's most likely to get seeds as time goes on and collect them. I'm keeping that in mind as a rogue bitch.
I know, but he spins them, girl. He is not fool
Yeah.
at all.
He said no limit. Swipe,
Let
swipe,
him
swipe.
use
He
it.
spends them, but somehow is in other people's pockets and gets them from other people. So like that's another thing to remember as well.
Yeah, that's fine.
After noms, let's just.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel good with Jess. I wrote to me. I'm on a short list of people who didn't really talk to her last night that she could put up, which is fine.
I'm telling you, I really don't think you'll be nominated, especially if Jessica doesn't nominate Brody. I feel confident that Brody's getting nominated by Adriel.
Okay. Would be fine with that. But like, I don't even necessarily want Brody to go.
I don't either.
I think it's like kind of low-hanging fruit. Yeah, the first round after he.
And it's easy. He's a good shield right now too. Just being frank. Because he's probably going to be a consistent nominee for people. Being frank about it.
Yeah. Big Seth energy. Oh, wait, that's actually kind of good comparison. He just needs a mustache and
a pinky ring.
A chef kit.
Chef kid. Yeah, they told me this is. They told me he like ran like 10 miles after
Yes.
he got out.
He was running laps around this complex. laugh for fun?
To burn off his anger.
You could stop recording.
I know everyone's saying my name. I think that's a well-known fact throughout the house. I've like put Brody up. I think Jessica's gonna do it.
Oh, is she? I heard she wasn't.
I don't think she should, and I don't think she wants to.
Okay.
But I think she feels pressured to do so, and like the target's gonna be on her back if it's not. Which I don't think is true. But no one has told me they want to work with Jessica.
I think she has not really found a home.
Well, that's my pitch to her. It's like, okay, you can play for 13. Like, that's what you're doing right now. But if you actually get the connections, which she needs to do, this is her opportunity to make the connections.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, what do you want to see happen?
I would like to see powerful groups dissolve.
So who, if you don't mind me asking, there is one person who will not talk to me today. Two people who will not talk to me today, who have avoided me, will not look me in the eyes.
Okay.
It is Brady,
Mm-hmm.
because I talked trash about him last night.
For sure.
Not even about him.
Mm-hmm.
He was just a bystander. I don't think he's worth the fly trap. Sorry, Brady. Not that impressive. The other person is Shakira. She will not look at me.
That's on my list. Yeah, she and Thomas are too
They're
close.
gonna run this game if they don't go soon.
Some people are saying they already are running the game.
They are.
I don't like that. That's my priority personally.
That's Shakira's my number one priority.
I kind of lean toward Thomas, but Shakira's just as well because that will hurt him.
And I heard, and I don't know how true this is, Patrick told me, and it's Patrick, so like I take everything he says with a little bit of a grain of salt, although I do trust him, that there's a straight guy target thing happening.
Again?
Yeah, again, don't know if that's true.
Mm-hmm.
Very well could not be, but.
I'm never comfortable in those situations though because I feel like I, for some reason, never count as a girl. I'm not even, I wish I was joking, but like I'm always the last of the girls.
Yeah.
You know, I'm never part of that for some reason.
Yeah.
So that vibe makes me uncomfortable, even though in theory I should be straight from that, safe from that.
Who do you want to work with? Because I want to work with you.
Okay.
And I don't have a lot of connections right now, to where I'm kind of open to what you're thinking.
And that's what I'm telling people that I am interested in working with, who are like, Brody. I'm like, Brody, what? Who does he have? You put yourself in a corner. Everyone's willing to see you go, and so I'm telling people like you are available. You can be bought, and I feel like.
And I'm a shield.
And that's what I'm saying to people. No, but
Well, it is what it is.
it is what it is, and so I'm trying to sort of float out there to people that I like, of like, he does not need to go, and I'm telling them to make them feel better. He doesn't need to make it far, but he is worth keeping right now because his threat level is drastically decreased.
Yeah.
Like, you have hurt yourself pretty badly by making enemies and very few friends.
Agreed. So, who do I need to make that pitch to then to reassure them that you're not just on your own?
So I was telling that to Shane just now.
Okay. I talked with him and thought I had a really good conversation. I also know why he doesn't trust me.
Yeah.
And I think it's fair.
But he was open to that. But so that's the thing that like he had Maddie and felt comfortable with that. But if you're saying like we can make up for like I will make that up to you.
For sure. And I told him that outside. I was like,
Yeah.
look, I understand why you don't trust me, and I know there's gonna have to be some kind of dues to make you trust me, and it's not gonna be an immediate I trust you.
So I was sort of chatting that with like Lily as well. Like
I love Lily.
Yeah.
I have told Lily from the start that I enjoy her game, and I want to see that through.
Yeah. So Lily and Abigail were talking about that with me.
Okay. I want to work with people that are fun to work with in this game. Like, look, we all know what's happening here. I don't think I'm winning. I don't think I'm making Final Four. I think it's very clear. At this point, I want to work with the people that I would like to see win.
Yeah.
To at least advance their game a little bit.
So on the topic of Lily, I've had a fair amount of conversations with Dylan, and like we did downstairs from our seed time. And then what I heard was that when he was sort of thinking of who you were going to fly trap, he said that you might fly trap a non-all-star. And Dylan's hypothesis of who that would be was Lily, Brady, Jess, and me.
Wow, okay.
And like Brady and Jess didn't make it far. That doesn't mean they're not capable players.
No.
It means they were considered threats.
Jessica's won a game.
Yeah, like she's nothing to like disregard. And so that is wildly out of pocket for them. But Lily and I made it
That's
fairly
crazy.
fun and played extremely competitive
You were
games.
probably some of the best players in their seasons.
It's so like I had been fine with Dylan, but now I'm hearing this and I'm like, oh, you have some explaining to do.
I'm gonna probe that a little bit just to see if I can hear the same, because I would love to hear that.
I heard that and I was like, well, I don't think there was any chance you were going to fly trap me.
No, so the only person out of that group that was an option, and I just haven't had a chance to tell him, was Brady, just because 5 people had just voted him out.
Yeah.
That means
And
half the
that's
house is
fair,
already not going to be mad about it.
Yeah.
But I wasn't going to do that to him, given he was just on the block.
And I think for those 5 people, it was not even about him. It was
No.
about the other 2.
No, but they weren't close. Yeah.
Yeah,
But
that's how it
these
was
are
for
people.
me.
These are people who are willing to see him go.
Yeah.
And that is often enough to beat
Yeah.
no one.
Because for me, I was willing to see him stay, and I did try to give him the best advice I could, because I couldn't give him my vote. But for me, it was just a priority of like, I know Christian is super down to work with me, and Gavin told me I was his number 1 all-in.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, final 2 with me, and so I was like trying to protect him at pretty much any cost. And that unfortunately didn't work for me, but that was like the single best offer that I had was Gavin.
Yeah. So I will be completely transparent. I wanted to work with Thomas yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
I think I have realized that Thomas is playing for Thomas.
Of course.
Which is fair. I can't blame someone for playing for their own game, but I know he has no intention of keeping me safe.
I don't think he has good intentions with me either. He's chatted with me a few times, and I'm not getting any real, like, this is a thing from it. So I think it's just to, like, keep the surface calm.
But this is what Thomas does in every All-Star season. He did it with Big Brother, he did it with Survivor. He says, I'm so good with you, let's chit-chat next round. And so you feel good with him for a round, but he does it to every single person, except for the people he doesn't feel good with, which he talks to a lot. And then he just goes round by round saying, I feel so good with you, we are so safe.
Yeah, he was just
And then he
probing me
bounces.
for information.
Yeah.
And trying to see, like, I don't know quite sides of the house yet, but I think he was trying to get information that he thinks, like, I would have that he doesn't.
Okay.
Because I think I talk to different people than him.
Okay. Well, I'm not coming after you. Top 6, I trust you to top 6,
For sure.
100%. And if I hear your name, I'm letting you know.
Is there anyone else you feel that good about?
I want to work with Shane.
Okay.
But I also understand the situation, and I have to let him. He has to be the one that's okay with that. It's not me.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm here for that. Never mind.
I'm trying to get in that room.
Yes.
This one's locked.
She was just outside in the room now it's blocked off.
Love you.
Love you.
She was waiting.
I need to get in that room.
Okay. I do trust Ross to an extent.
I'm good with Ross so far.
Because we're in the same situation.
Yeah.
That's the reason it
I like
forced.
Brandon so far.
I haven't talked to Brandon much. I need to talk with him more.
That's a good for that. He's
Is he close with Thomas?
I don't know.
That's my one concern.
But he's very willing to work with me.
Okay.
And other people who've said that to me. So Shane, Brandon, I've gotten a little bit of that from Dylan. I don't necessarily trust it, especially now what I've heard.
After that, yeah.
Yeah.
Who
And then
told you that?
Christian.
Not saying I don't trust Christian. Christian's under Thomas.
You think so?
Oh yeah.
That is not what Christian said to me.
Because he came up here and then it was me, Christian, and Thomas, and he was like, I trust you so much. Like, we are so good. We're sticking together. And
He's lying.
that's what I'm saying. Christian acts like he's an idiot. He does all this stupid stuff to lower that threat level.
No one thinks he's an idiot.
But he skates by because of it. When it comes to you're choosing me or Christian, you're going to choose to keep Christian more times than not because he has the risk of, like, the potential to be an idiot.
Yeah.
Don't fall for it. I'm not saying I don't trust Christian. Just be aware that he's a very, very, very good liar. But I will probe Dylan because I felt kind of good with him.
Sure. Yeah, I felt kind of good with him until I heard that. I feel kind of good with Christian. I thought he agreed with me about Thomas. I feel, like you said with Patrick, it's Patrick. So I feel as good as I can.
Mm-hmm.
But we definitely have a rapport going.
Okay.
So I feel like I'm
I trust
decent
you.
with most people. Yeah.
I will keep you in the loop. Just let me know if you know something. You don't mind.
Okay.
Cool. I'm not voting you out.
Sure.
Yeah, 6. I want to talk with you.
Hey, what's up?
know what's happening?
I heard your name a lot, then I didn't hear your name.
And then-
Now I'm hearing it again.
What? You know what's happening?
What?
Who are you close with? I trust you. I talk with a lot of people who I want to work with who said they trust you.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't
That's good.
want to throw these people out there if we don't trust them.
Yeah.
But and then I'm not asking you to like tell me names. I want to trust Meredith. I think I'm forced to trust Ross because we're in the same situation.
Okay. I have no reason to not trust either of them.
I think this house is about to get run over by one person or two people. I think two people are about to take control of this thing.
Who is that?
I think it's Shakira.
Oh, really? Okay.
I think she has not talked to me today. She has not looked at me today. Anytime I explain myself, she shoots down my explanation and walks away mad. I think she was very close with Maddie. And
Gotcha.
I get the frustration in that sense. I am sticking with you and Abrielle first.
Okay.
I told both of you that yesterday.
Yeah.
I still like Thomas, but I think he's wanting to work with. I think he doesn't want to work with Shakira, but I think he's working with Shakira.
Yeah. Fair. Let me ask you this: where are you at with Christian? Do you want to work with Christian, or do you feel like you just can't really trust him in the game?
I trust him this far.
Okay.
I think we both need each other to an extent.
Yeah.
But I don't think he has my best interests in mind.
Okay.
And I think he's very good at the game.
Yeah.
And I think he is playing into this I'm a ditzy idiot role, which we all know isn't true. But
I've seen him do this before where he's really.
It works.
Yeah,
It
where he's
does
like
work.
very nice in the beginning and then at the end he's like, like, you know.
Like, sorry, put me in the next like, we're the same player. Like, we don't have a different game. But right now, Christian's not a threat at all, and he's going to make it very far.
Yeah.
And that's the dangerous part.
Yeah.
So, why? Do you trust him?
Thus far, I don't have any reason not to.
That's where I'm at.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Thus far, he has not been a threat to me yet. You know?
I did hear something from Meredith just now that she said came from Christian that I don't know is true. I need to probe who
Is it
she
the
said
thing
it
that
came
Dylan
from.
said?
Yeah, is that true?
I've heard it a couple of times.
But who'd you hear it from?
Well, that's fair. As I think Christian was spreading it around. Do you think it's a lie?
I don't know. I had never heard that,
Mhm.
and I felt like I had talked with Dylan
Yeah.
at least a good amount yesterday because of the situation, to where he would, I don't know, he never even pitched that to me. And if he is someone who really wanted that to happen, why not pitch it to me if you think I'm going to get that?
Unless he thinks you're going to tell us, I guess. But yeah.
But I didn't tell anybody, and like
Yeah.
the whole thing was I wasn't telling anybody.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Yeah.
If I'm on the block, are you voting me out?
No.
I don't think it's a good move for anyone.
No, I don't really have any reason to because, you know what I mean? Like, we're.
I trust you so much more than 99% of this cast. Like, like genuinely, when I said you and Abrielle said that is like locked.
Yeah.
And like I said, I think I'm forced to trust Ross a little bit, whether I want to or not, just because we are both the people who said let's do this.
Yeah. I don't really have a reason. The only people, I guess, like the bottom of my list in terms of trust, one has to be Patrick. I just can't read him very well.
I can't read him either.
And so to me, he's always going to be shifty and like, so for me, he's just not a safe person to be around because I could just 100% see him taking me out at some point. So he's going to be near the bottom for me for a while unless something changes.
Agreed.
And I just really haven't gotten that connection yet with Dylan.
That's fair.
I haven't.
That's
you
fair.
know?
I haven't
So
talked
I would be
with
fine
Brady.
with either of them going out. Honestly.
I haven't talked with Brady at all today. I don't know how you feel about him.
I don't think he's going to go up, honestly.
I don't think so either. My only concern is I said his name last night in that speech, and I think he thinks that I was going after him, which just isn't true.
Yeah.
He was just happened to be the one on the block. That made my life easier if he went home.
Yeah.
It wasn't anything to do with Brady.
Yeah.
So I need to talk with him about that. But
Yeah.
is there anything you think I need to do or anything I can do for you?
I was going to ask you if you go up, do you have any strategy for getting off or for just, are we just going to try to shift the votes to someone else?
It depends. I don't
I'm
know if I have a
hopeful
way
if
to
you do
get
go
off.
up, that's true. I don't know if we have
I
any
have 0
resources. Yeah,
seats.
so do I. So
who did you
if
give your seat to?
I had to give it to, my understanding last night, my understanding last night was if I didn't give it to Shane, then he was going to vote me out.
Oh.
I don't know if he played me. I mean, I didn't go up, so I guess in that sense,
So where did
it
Christian
worked,
get those
but
seats?
for his, I don't know.
Because he got 3.
I
He
don't
did not
know.
have 3.
I did not
He didn't
see
win
him.
a challenge. He had
That's
1.
true. So you got 2 from other people.
2 from other people.
I wouldn't be surprised if one was Meredith.
Okay.
That wouldn't surprise me. He's made good inroads with people so far, I think.
Yeah, that's what they.
Well, I say that, but then I mean.
But no one's talking about him as having those inroads, but they're all over the place.
Yeah.
And that's why he's good at the game.
Of course.
And that's not to say I'm coming after him.
Yeah.
But I think it's at least something we need to be aware of.
I think our best bet is to, if you do go up, you get a seed, but if, like we, one of the other 2 people that we need to lock in on a target and just
I think so too.
push everyone
Do you think
to the
Tyler will
person.
do it if she doesn't?
I don't think so. I really don't think that she would. I would be more worried that Jessica would.
Yeah. I don't think Jessica wants to. I think she feels like she has to.
Yeah.
And so.
I think I think she's real afraid of people being mad at her. You know what I mean? And like in one, which is understandable.
Jessica's playing for 13 right now.
Right.
Yep.
So, hey.
You want to join in real quick?
I'm fine with you here.
Oh.
Come on.
What?
I'm about to go downstairs.
Claire,
I
can I
think
talk?
we're gonna do noms.
Okay, Claire, can I talk with you real quick?
Yeah.
Alright. You're good?
I'm good.